A mage or magician is one of my favorite classes to play in video games in general, but to witness them in action from an anime series is super cool. They even sometimes like to maybe hide the fact that they are powerful in their chosen settings, such as a school or academy, to watch opponents just underestimate them and in the end obliterate them with such ease. And this is what today's video is all about. 10 overpowered anime mages that hide their powers at school. If you are new around here, then please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel with the notification bell icon turned on to stay up to date with the latest anime news and recommendations right at your doorstep. Now, without keeping y'all waiting, let us begin with the video. So why don't we start this list off with a huge fan favorite with an anime that aired back in 2015, and it's Rakudai Kishi no Cavalry. This is one of my favorite romantic fantasy series due to it being quite real with how just the characters feel with their affection and interaction, but also due to how good the actual story itself is. The protagonist Iki is an F-ranked blazer, the worst in the academy because he simply just can't use magic on a certain level like others can. Everyone regards him as the weakest, but he will show the world who believes in him to be the worst when he is in fact the strongest fighter. I found myself to be highly engaged into the premise and this show in general, and boy do I wish there was more after the series concluded. Strike the Blood is another cool story if you guys are looking for, let's say, a vampire-themed show of a legendary being who hides posing as a student in the academy. Now the thing is, Kojo doesn't even know that he's a legendary vampire until he discovers his true power of the 7th primogenitor and the destructive power that he is capable of doing. That's why the secret organization just sent out and dispatched a shaman named Yukina to look after him and kill Kojo if he were to ever use his powers to become mankind's worst enemy. I'm sure everyone knows even the famous quote from the series from Yukina where she says it in every single battle, which is quite memorable, but overall, this is a stunning show visually, but you know, on the downside, it can be all over the place, especially with how slow the production quality was. Now we're moving on to a shonen that was very popular in the days of 2011, filled with demon action and redemption. This here is Blue Exorcist. Everyone knows about the legendary Satan. They fear and despise him and want him completely gone, which did happen. But the protagonist and the son, Rin Okumura, the son of Satan, was tasked to carry on and conquer the land on his own after the death of his father. Instead, however, Rin wished to join a school and train to become what is known as an exorcist, to instead defend the land from whatever danger lies ahead and also hide the fact that he is the son of Satan. His blue flames will pretty much easily give his identity away, and as such he must keep not only his identity a secret but also his powers away from his friends, because who knows what will happen if people find out that he is the son of Satan. I'm sure everyone knows here just how insanely good Saiki K really is. If you're looking for a golden comedy series, one of the best comedy anime of all time, then you must check out The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. Episodes, you know, may be short, but with a total of 3 seasons and non-stop comedic action in a life where Saiki just wishes to live in peace without being the center of attention, this is comedy gold. Saiki specializes in being a powerful psychic user in school, but pretty much hides his powers from his peers. He does his best to just try and stay away from attention or even making friends, but just due to how interesting and mysterious Saiki is, people just cannot stop wanting to get to know him a little more. It's fun, quirky, and endlessly entertaining.
次は必ず成功させるからこの金で今度は新品の120万の人体切断マシンを買って成功したら
120万やっぱそれ返せてめえ
How about this time some sort of a military superpower focused series where people have extraordinary powers to fight mysterious creatures who devastate Earth as they are the only ones capable of stopping them. This is called Scarlet Nexus. This anime had a lot of potential at the start, but it is very much completely rushed to the point where some people might find the show a drag to watch. But truth to be told, if you really want to enjoy this anime to the max, then you should probably actually play the video game first to get the best out of the show. This anime is just, you know, a nice extra to watch after you've finished both the stories of the video game, but still want something more out of the series. It just adds an extra, extra bits of scenes that lack from the game and generally expand on the scenes that did have, and it's definitely worth it in my opinion. Anime that is centered around demon lords are known to be quite the easy but badass route to things. These character archetypes always get the easy win on pretty much anyone. They are powerful beyond anyone because they have the upper hand for holding a title of a demon lord, and what better way can you do it by simply being a badass? The greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody, is a reincarnation of demon lord anime of the great demon lord Barbatos, who decides to reincarnate into a new body due to loneliness and wanting to find a better challenge for himself. Pretty much nerfing his overall power still meant absolutely nothing, as this world's magic power is super weak compared to his, and now taking up the new name Ardo Meteor, he is about to dominate the school life by simply being the best of the best.
闘技場はな、芝居を打つ場じゃないんだぜ。
まずい、本気だ。リフレクト。メガオール。
見せてちょうだい、なんか。
Now just take a minute to ask yourself this question, but how would life feel if you had a cool superpower of an object that can transform into a gorgeous girl who will fight and protect you from danger? Well, this here is the case which happens in the anime called Tsugumomo, where the protagonist Kazuya always has his mother's obi by his side, which suddenly transforms into a human girl where she can fight other dangerous spirits known as Tsugumomo who go around terrorizing people.
使うことはためらわず、でもキリハさんは傷つけさせない。モロテクトリカウンター。
But aside from the generic setting of the school and your typical beta male of harems, I dare to say that the power source of this anime is very unique. So you'll pretty much see a 50-50 of Kazuya and his obi cleansing evil spirits and having ecchi scenes here and there just to add some mix moments into the mix, which will very much keep you satisfied. Getting bullied by your classmates for appearing different from others, it just won't get easy anytime soon. The protagonist Saiki and the rest of the class were also summoned to another world to train and become heroes, but poor Saiki was just shoved aside into getting teleported elsewhere, lost in the woods to then stumbling across a strange fruit which gave him so much power when he ate it. Defeating a few mere enemies actually granted him huge levels which made him stronger, and now he is on a journey across these lands to try and reunite with his classmates, all while of course building himself the ultimate harem dream. At first, I thought the story of Dragonar interested me so much. It felt quite unique in a way, but after just a few episodes in, it kind of seems to just abandon its interesting plot and instead turn into a more of a regular harem ecchi anime. I actually do enjoy harems to a degree, but when you have an actual story first and then abandon it about, a quarter way or a third of the way through, it can make you feel disappointed because of its wasted potential. Now, with that being said, the pacing just felt absolutely fine and didn't really feel slow or rushed or barely at all. The problem is, there is just too much plot, and when I say plot, I think you know what I mean, and little battle for, a story such as this, and it will get very predictable. But in terms of enjoyment, I mean, sure, you will get it, but if you don't want to witness too much ecchi, which happens a lot in this anime, then it just might not be the one for you. Now finally, to end this list with probably one of my favorite Chinese anime series called Spare Me Great Lord, with a unique power system unlike anything I've ever seen, and as we witness Lu Shu embark on a journey to hone his peculiar abilities together with his sister. Basically, he gets his powers by simply riling people up and getting their negative emotion to build up his power, which can get so funny to see. Pretty much, it's a lot. There's just so much humor and comedic moments that you'll never get tired of seeing, and this anime easily sits on top at being one of the greatest Chinese anime ever made. Looks like you just made it to the end of the video and witnessed 10 overpowered anime mages that hide their powers at school. If I've managed to leave any anime out in particular that you thought would be a great addition on the list, then please let me know in the comment section down below, as I'd love to hear your very opinion, or just comment down below what you thought about the video in general, as I'd always appreciate the feedback. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one.